And Scott Firman joining us on Cuse TV. And Scott, the word is out there that you got the team fired up at halftime this last week. When did you decide to sort of go into the locker room and try to get people going for the second half?
I don't know. There wasn't too much thought behind it. It was just kind of a heat of the moment thing. Pretty raw emotions. I had an early exit from the tournament my freshman year against Bryant in the Carrier Dome, and there was no worse feeling in the world. So, the last thing I wanted was for this team to experience that with how hard we've worked. So, just kind of came in and tried to get a different vibe going than what we had in the first half, and thankfully it worked out pretty decently.
As we can hear now, you're a pretty calm guy normally, so I imagine that must have caught the team a little off guard in there.
Yeah, for sure. People came up to me after the game and were like, man, even my roommate, he's like, dude, I've been living with you for 3 years and I haven't seen you that worked up ever. So, I think it came at the right time, thankfully, and it just worked out.
And you guys played, the whole team did really, with a great energy in the second half, especially the third quarter. When did you notice during the game that the tide maybe had turned in your guys' favor?
Honestly, the first quarter was the worst for us, I think. Second quarter wasn't too bad, but really coming out of the locker room was huge. We had a lot of guys making individual plays that really sparked the team. I think there was good energy on the sideline, and we kind of just went from there. We really took it play by play, which was key in the outcome.
And now you move on. Here's Maryland, and you were on the team, just a freshman the last time you guys played, and certainly as a Syracuse native, know about some of the recent history between these two teams. What comes to mind when you think of Syracuse versus Maryland?
Well, you watched their matchup in the playoffs a couple years back. I don't know what year it was exactly, but I think it was the quarterfinals. And it didn't go Syracuse's way. It wasn't Syracuse's style, and it kind of left a salty taste in the mouth of upstaters. So. And then, my freshman year, like you mentioned, they came into the Dome in our first ACC game and really gave it to us. And, so those are a couple things that'll stick with me while I'm playing against them this weekend.
The first game you mentioned there was the 2011 quarterfinals. Syracuse was the 1 seed. Maryland was unseeded. The roles a bit reversed here today. You guys are 8 and they're 1. Not that it's a revenge game for that by any means 5 years later, but how interesting is it that maybe you guys can return the favor and knock off the 1 seed this week?
No, yeah, it's exciting. It's a great opportunity we have. We've been working hard all week. Coaches have done a great job, and it's two good teams going at it with some deep history, and it just happened to be a 1-8 matchup. I don't think that says too much about who we are as a team, but we've been working hard, and it's going to be a fun time this weekend.
How well do you feel you guys are playing right now? And not really in any facet. It feels like a very collective effort at this point. If you noticed this, that sort of top to bottom, the team is all playing well right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's been a huge thing this season, progressing as a team. Obviously we're getting better as individually with the drills, but I think you look at our game tape, you go back to our first couple ACC games, and it's like, all right, you played well, but you could have done better here and there. And then more recently, it's like it's a collective team effort. There's a team energy that we've brought, and it's paid off.
Before I let you go, I want to get a quick thought on the face-off unit. Very surprising when Albany won the first 5 of the game last week. What happened to turn it around, and what's the matchup here with Maryland? They got a freshman in Austin Henningsen who's playing very well recently.
Yeah, I think a huge thing was that Benny just kept grinding. I think there were a couple calls that didn't really go his way, and he kept his head down, he kept his nose down in the dirt, and kept grinding, and I think that was an example for the wing play. It was just keep grinding, and things slowly but surely started to turn our way, and Benny picked it up in the second half and played a good game overall, I think.
All right, Scott, enjoy it this weekend.
Thanks, appreciate it.